one of the first things that I did when I rolled onto the show, we had this creature that doesn't have an interesting name. We had a creature that's like part plant, part butterfly, and there had been some drawings of how it might move, and they're kind of what you expected. Flies around, it feels like a dragonfly. And so I had started there, but I think one of the things that we wanted to establish early on is that we wanted to look at these designs and look at how they seem like they should work and do the opposite of that, because we really wanted to find something surprising. So I had done something like 15 versions of how does this thing kind of open up and fly away. And some of them are butterflies and some of them are jellyfish, but some of them are like, what if it spun its wings like a helicopter? Or what if it kind of shot off like a torpedo? Or what if the things on its back kind of inflated and it lifted up like a hot air balloon and then it kind of like puttered along? So a lot of it for us was just trying to figure out like what's fun, what's interesting, what's something that you don't expect, and trying not to put too many rules around it to just let animators try something and make a weird choice that was fun, that maybe you notice it in the background happening and you're like, that's kind of interesting. A lot of the Disney films from the 40s and 50s, especially the package features, because it's a lot of shorts, so things like Make My Music and Fun and Fancy Free and Melody Time, and Ichabod and Mr. Toad. A lot of these are a little bit broader, a lot of them are frequently based in music, and so the musicality of the performance and the rhythm and the broadness of them is kind of the point in a lot of cases, and they kind of become this showcase for really fun, interesting animation that's a lot about how shapes are moving on screen, how we're drawing things. There's a lot of really talented animators at a great point in their careers. And so for us, we saw the designs that Jin had done, which were based on French comics and felt a little bit cartoony or a little bit more pushed than the stuff that we're used to doing. And Don and Kui had said that they did want, we knew we were going to places where it still needed to feel very human and very sincere and very complicated. So we wanted to keep all of that, but we wanted to try and animate things a little bit more from the lens of the films in the 40s and 50s, where it's a little less focused on anatomy and it's a little less focused on pure naturalism, and more focused on how do shapes move and how flexible can the character be, and how much shape change can you get between this pose and that pose, and find a zone where that really melded with our more naturalistic performance and hopefully came up with something a little bit different.